Hey guys, this is RolloutReviews with RolloutReviews doing another casual DX Kamen Rider Ghost unboxing. This time it is the second Ghost Gadget. This is the Cobra Mobile. I think technically it's called the Cobra K-Tai, but technically the Condor phone is called the Condor Denwar or something. I don't know. I prefer just to go by like the English translation. But yeah, it is a Cobra that transforms into a cell phone that turns Spectre's Gangun hand into a sickle weapon for Kamen. Now here's the thing. This is the most clever pun in this series so far, in my opinion. Because you see, it's a Cobra, like he's got the Egyptian theme going on there. It's a cell phone that turns his weapon into a sickle. And Kamen had sickle cell disease. That blows my mind. That's incredible. This is what I love about Kamen Rider. It does kooky, crazy, mind-blowing things, and it's super clever. So, anyway, let's take a look at the back here. You got Spectre there with his Cobra friend. Strangely, he's never used this as a cell phone yet in the show, so I wonder if he's ever going to do that. That might be interesting, but whatever the case, let's cut right into it. It's a very small box. This is a much smaller Ghost Gadget in comparison to the Condor phone. Again, very similar to the relationship between the Gangun hand and the Gangun saber. It's strangely similar in price, suggesting, you know, how small it is by comparison, but oh well. I think it's funny that all of the Ghost Gadgets are kind of like antique objects. Like you have the old-timey phone, you have a clock, you have a lantern, and then you have a cell phone. But I guess nowadays a flip phone like this is kind of dated. Although I'm told that in Japan they still use flip phones a lot, but I don't know. What do I know? Anyway, I should probably bring down the camera a bit. Maybe zoom out a bit, because once I bring the hand into the picture, I'm gonna need a lot more room. So, give me just a second here. Let's bring things maybe down a little bit and out a little bit here, as far as we can go. And we could probably go out further, but I don't want to push things. All right, back around we go. Does the hand fit in frame? Well, close enough. You can see the end here, so I don't know. Maybe a little bit further. That should be good. Okay. A lot of that behind-the-scenes action you probably didn't need to see. Am I gonna cut it out? Probably not. So here is the Cobra Mobile, the Cobra K-Tai. Yeah, it's a cell phone, sort of. A very big cell phone. It has this attachment point here, so it can attach to the Gangun hand and the Gangun saber. So that's a little unfortunate, but otherwise, it looks pretty good. Like if you cut that off, it'd still be a pretty big cell phone, but it'd look pretty nice. Kind of some details there, some screw holes, unfortunately, though. And then if you open it up here, oh, I had it the opposite way. You kind of have a keypad there. Doesn't have any numbers or anything on it. They're not actual tactile buttons that you can push. But, yeah, you certainly have that going on there. I'm just realizing now that maybe I did need the instructions, so I shouldn't have thrown them in this pile of garbage over in the corner, so I'll keep these off to the side just in case. And then on the screen here, you have some things. You have like the Spectre symbol, but they're all like apps, I guess. You have like the time up here in the corner, which is forever 8 o'clock, it looks like. You have battery, full battery there, and you have some bars, full bars, and like a Wi-Fi symbol. It's got full Wi-Fi, full service. Wow, he's doing really good. Then you got like settings here. You have what is that? A camera, I think. You have music, you have a calendar, I guess a video player, weather. Don't know if you can hear that. There's somebody getting the trash outside. That's fun. You have, I guess, contacts, I guess that would be, messages, and battery settings. That's really annoying. Okay, I apologize for that. And then at the bottom here you have even more settings, even more player, and even more music. So I don't know what's up with that. But yeah, this is just a sticker. Doesn't really do anything. It's kind of shiny, but otherwise just is for looks. But yeah, there is the Cobra K-tie, I suppose. It has a thing for a camera, but it doesn't really look like there's a camera anywhere on it. Maybe the Cobra's eye here up in the corner could be the camera, or maybe just some kind of light. I don't know. Anyway, let's actually get to transforming this thing. So, this comes out here. I actually don't think I'll need the instructions. I think the transformation's pretty simple. But yeah, it's kind of got a double joint there. It connects here to there. And then from here, the top of the cell phone just kind of opens up like that. And then you got a Cobra. So that's neat. No articulation in the head. It is fairly small, actually. I was not expecting it to be this small, but yeah, there it is. You do have a rotation in the tail here, so it can kind of sit upright like this, albeit not very well. So that's unfortunate, but fortunately something you can... Oh, maybe you actually turn it around like this. Yeah, there you go. It does kind of stand out, but this big piece at the back here does make it kind of top-heavy, unfortunately. You can also sort of display it like this. You can have the tail kind of posed up in a fashion like that. And I think that actually doesn't look too bad. Very similar to the Condor phone. You can actually get it fairly emotive in some ways. I do wish the head could move a little more, but yeah, it does expose some details on the what is this called? The frill, there's a crest. I don't know. There's a word for it. I'm sure somebody will tell me in the comments if I don't put some kind of subtitle at the bottom here. But yeah, aside from that, it's very simple. It looks pretty cool. There's no electronics in it, and it sort of is what it is. I'll do a quick comparison here with the Condor phone. So in phone mode, there you go. There the two are together. Much smaller, the Cobra Mobile. And then in Cobra mode, you can actually put the frill a little bit further back if you want. That gets that looking maybe a little more emotive there. You can do that too. But there's the Cobra, and let's transform this into a bird, a birdie bird. So yeah, kind of no contest there. It is much smaller in just about every way. This is certainly giving me some trouble. It's very back heavy. That is kind of a problem. But just like the Condor phone, it can combine with the other weapons. So you got it as like a cell phone here, and then you do this, and it becomes like a sickle blade. And then you bring the Gangun hand into play. You should probably turn it on. So apparently this works in either mode, but we're gonna do it like this because I think it looks a little bit better, because it sort of looks like the hand is grabbing on to the phone, but I'm now realizing I need to transform it into rod mode first before I attach this. And like I said in the video for the Gangun hand, there's a single button here. And attaching this hits that and activates some new sounds. This here is like a little loose. Is there a way to sort of lock that in place, I wonder? Doesn't seem like it. It's kind of on a ratchet here, but it still seems rather loose. The end of the tail here is also kind of a rubbery plastic as well, so you can't like stab anybody with it. Although I feel like if you hit somebody with it like this could break. So that's unfortunate. Yeah, I don't know. It does seem a little loose, but oh well. Let's put that there. See, like I was saying, it kind of looks like the Gangun hand is holding on to the Cobra Mobile. But anyway, here it is in kind of like a sickle mode, which is a kind of a small scale scythe. And this activates some new sounds. So instead of making whacking sounds or shooting sounds when you press the trigger, it makes a couple of slishity-slashity sounds. So that's very cool. It is kind of weird from the side here, like it sticks off the side a little bit. But yeah, overall it looks fine. And like I said, I think when it's in rod mode here, it doesn't change the sounds at all. So let's bring in the Ghost Driver here. We've got Tutankhamen in place here. This is the weapon for Tutankhamen form. And let's do the final attack here. Same standby here. Then pressing the trigger. So very similar to the final attack with the Condor phone. It plays a little jingle that has something to do with the item it is. In this case, like a dial tone for the cell phone, a hiss because it's a Cobra, and then some slicing sounds before an explosion. This final attack in the show straight up sends the Ganma to the Shadow Realm. It summons like a giant pyramid, and it sucks the Ganma, the bad guy ghost, up into it and destroys them, and that is awesome. Because, you know, he's a pharaoh. I don't know. It just reminds me a little bit of Yu-Gi-Oh! And I love that. But yeah, there is the Gangun hand in sickle mode. And unfortunately, because there is only one button, this is the only gadget that actually does anything with the hand. Nandanen. Oh well. See, like if I try attaching the this, I'm not even going to bother putting the bird head on it, but it doesn't actually fit on the end of this. The feet get in the way. That's a little unfortunate. It's not like it would do anything anyway, because as I've mentioned several times, there is only one button. So that's strange. But what am I trying to say here? To further explain how much better the Gangun Saber is than the Gangun hand, supposedly the Cobra Mobile actually activates even more sounds with Ghost's weapon. Maybe that's telling that Ghost will sometime in the future gain Tutankhamen. He might steal it from Spectre at some point, but whatever the case, let's try that out. Gangun Saber! So first, before I attach it on the end here to activate the new sounds, I did want to try attaching it on the side here, because I noticed on the Gangun Saber there are these mysterious attachment points for gadgets without any buttons around them. They don't activate any new sounds, I don't think, but they are there, and it looks to me like this is the only gadget that is actually compatible with those. Maybe this has to do with something in the future. Maybe like Ghost's final form weapon will attach to this to make some kind of bigger weapon or something. As is, there's nothing confirmed like that. But yeah, the Cobra Mobile can totally fit on the side of this for some reason. It reminds me of the perfect Zector from Kamen Rider Kabuto. All gadgets combine! Perfect Zector! So that's interesting. I actually haven't seen anybody do that yet, and I wanted to make sure it was possible. And yeah, it turns out it is. Yeah, it doesn't change the sounds at all. There's no buttons or anything to do that. But yeah, it is certainly interesting. Anyway, let's actually attach it to the end here. Actually, a new sound. It says, it doesn't say anything, but it has the confirmation sound. It's got a blue LED there, and then it has like a slashy, clanky sound and a hiss, which, you know, makes me think that this is something official that'll actually happen. It has its own unique sounds, even though this is technically not advertised on anything. Like, it is nowhere on the box. It's nowhere on any of the product images. Like, it can just do this, and they don't mention it at all anywhere. But yeah, you have that. I believe the final attack for Spectre's, for the Gangun hand, I believe that was Omega, I want to say Fang? Omega Fang? And it actually is different for this. So it says Omega Crash. And the sound is actually different. It still has the dialing sound, it still has the hiss, but the order of the sounds is actually different. And I actually almost like it better with this, which is weird. Like this, it is like just as dinky as the sickle is with the Gangun hand, but the Gangun saber also has the benefit of being able to turn into a Naginata. And when you do that, the sounds actually aren't changed at all. And it still does the same final attack. And this is actually just much more impressive. It's less like a sickle, I guess, like this, and more like a scythe. But, you know, the fact that you can hold it at 2 points here and slash people with it is actually really, really impressive. It's got a good size to it, and I absolutely love that. So, I'm sorry, but, like, the Gangun hand is just a little disappointing in a lot of ways. Even the products that are made for the Gangun hand still work better with the Gangun saber. So, yeah, the Gangun saber is just the superior toy in almost every way, but it's the main character's weapon and not the secondary's weapon, so I guess that's to be expected. But yeah, there is the Cobra Mobile. Just setting this off to the side there. Yeah, I mean, I like it. I really like the gadgets. I think they're all pretty cool, as far as I can tell. This and, you know, the Cobra, or the Condor phone. They both start with C. There's my confusion there. Cobra, Condor, and they're both phones, so I don't know. I do get a little bit confused with that. But yeah, the Cobra Mobile and the Condor phone there. They're both really cool, but I will say that the Condor phone is a fair bit better. I guess they all can't be, you know, straight up winners like this guy over here, but you know what? The Cobra Mobile is pretty cool. Now, I don't know. I'm getting the two mixed up. It's backwards in my brain, maybe. Ignore me! Anyway, That is about it, guys, and this is IX Roll It IX, signing off.